I've been screaming fake out for years to the point where Joe Rosie is annoyed with me. Well, yeah, okay, I can live with that. Actually, I'm going to sleep very well tonight, knowing that I've finally gotten this off my chest. Everything about Fallout from Fallout 3 on has been nothing but violence porn. Um, it has nothing to do with fake Fallout whatsoever. It does not deserve the name. It does not deserve any respect. And my breaking point actually came tonight while I was watching a video about the final episode of the third season, I think it is, of the TV series. And I swore to myself, oh, I'll just finish it and I'll respond in the morning. No, at some point I just snapped. I think it's when he was talking about how one particular character is supposed to be an analog to Elon Musk. I think that's the point when I really broke. All right. For those of you that say you're real Fallout fans, first of all, you're not. All right. I finished Fallout Tactics before you even fucking heard of it. Matter of fact, when I heard that Fallout 3 was finally being made, I got really excited. I bought the pre-order. I've still got the lunch pail. I managed to hold on to that despite the divorces and the homeless and everything else. I managed to hold on to that. I lost the pre-order music disc. And that sucks, but okay. When I first heard that it was a first-person shooter, I thought, oh, that's not Fallout. But okay, whatever. And I know there's people that think my objection is the FPS. Nah. I don't like that, but that's okay. All right. This little poster that you've been staring at is the best explanation of why I hate Fallout 3. All right. It's Tim Kaine, the lead programmer and producer. He created Fallout. As a matter of fact, he created the pre-Fallout known as not Borderlands, but I can't remember the name now. It was a technology demonstrator. They were looking for investors, so they made kind of a like preview game, and it was just one little place. I think it was the gang's hideout, where you could just move around and fight with characters, and it was no big deal. But it got people interested. They invested, and Fallout came. Right? So here's what he said. My idea is to explore more of the world and more of the ethics of a post-nuclear world, not to make a better plasma gun. All right, let's talk about those ethics for a second. If you play Fallout, you have an opportunity to get the water chip from Necropolis. But if you do so, Necropolis will run out of water. Oh, well, that sucks. Unless you repair the water pump. Then you can, the Necropolis will have water. Hey, that's ethically sound, right? Unless you take too long finishing the game, in which case the master sends the mutant army to destroy Necropolis, and that is on you. That is your fault. That is some ethical dilemma. You're being held accountable for something you could never have predicted. Ooh. Oh, that kind of sucks. You could leave Gizmo in charge of Junktown and kill Killian. In which case, Junktown becomes a gambling and crime mecca. Think New Reno. Or you could kill uh, Gizmo without permission, in which case Killian becomes a really cruel, evil dictator. Or you could help Killian by establishing why Gizmo has to die, whether you help him or not. Well, you establish why Gizmo has to die, and then you're the hero. And Junktown goes on to continue being Junktown. Those are ethical dilemmas. Now, granted, a lot of that is changed in Fallout 2. In Fallout 1, there's actually a scenario where you can join the mutants, sell out your vault. I've seen the closing video, and it's pretty disgusting, actually. But if you're like that, you could do it. Hell, you could do it in like 2 game hours and 20 game days. Not even 2 hours. 20 game days, though, because it takes you time to walk from Vault 13 to Mariposa. All right. Now let's talk about Bethesda. This is Todd Howard, the executive producer for Fallout 3 Plus. Violence is funny. Let's just own up to it. Violence done well is fucking hilarious. It's Itchy and Scratchy or Jackass. Now that's funny. Now I get it. Any Fallout 3 was... No, I don't get it. Violence porn is not something that we should be embracing. All right? And that's all Fallout 3 became. Pure violence porn. Oh, collect up all the XP by killing the muties. Not making moral decisions, not rebuilding the world. Hell, I don't even like the direction I think Fallout 3 was going under Interplay. Right? But at least it was more of them making those moral decisions and less of the violence is funny. That's really sick and disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself for thinking that way. Like, what is wrong with you? And is there a treatment option? I'd like to know. So, what does this have to do with the Fallout TV series? When your foundation is porn, what comes after will be a continuation. Now, there was some rays of hope that Fallout TV series was going to come out okay. That didn't happen. And it really didn't. It was more of this preaching, and violence is funny. Worse still is it was the preaching at us. Don't tell us what to think. Don't tell us how to behave. You don't even begin to know. Because I guarantee you, in the real world that Fallout's supposed to emulate, people like Lucy would have died very quickly. All right. It is a shameful fact of the universe that I'm in a position to say this. I want to point out something. I was part of the old Interplay crowd. As a matter of fact, there's this tiny little corner of Facebook that is just for those of us that do remember that community. That community deeply affected me in 2003 when I was staring down the barrel of a 9mm and trying to drink myself to death every single night. They stood by me. They probably saved my life. You should be thanking them. I know there's some people out there cannot stand me to save their lives. Well, you should be thanking me, because if they hadn't have saved my life, you wouldn't have me here to rail at, would you? It is a really sick and disturbing fact that Fallout 223, which was just a PvP game designed to favor the original players by pitting them again, basically setting it up so that you couldn't join after the first 6 months because you could never get ahead, right? It is a really sick and disturbing fact that is actually a more worthy successor than anything else that's come along. I want to point out a detail here that is going to get missed, because I can already see in the comments there's going to be some old 223ers come in to, bash on it. In Europe, the European release of Fallout 2, at least, I don't know about Fallout, but Fallout 2, there was a glitch called nosiree kitties. I helped create a patch for nosiree kitties. The children in the den could steal from you as you walked through the doors. Well, okay. In the European version, the children were all taken away, so you couldn't shoot them. So you couldn't kill children, so you couldn't be a child killer. I'm not here to judge that law, and that is the law, by the way. But in an American version of the game, I was talking with a friend, and he's talking about how do we fix that? And I said, if the kids were all dead, they wouldn't be able to steal from you, would they? So he killed all of the kids in the den, even the two outside of the mummy house. And submitted that as a patch. I believe he deleted that save game, but whatever. Doesn't matter to me. He had the skills to do those things. I didn't. That is how far back I actually go. Those of you that jumped on at 3 and think it's the greatest thing since sliced sliced cheese, rather, you don't know the fuck you're talking about. But I can goddamn guarantee I know which color hoodie you've been wearing lately. It could never be this one.